Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen, today we're going to be talking about the one and only KASPA. There has been some drama revolving KASPA and Binance. There is some vPROGs news as well. And we're going to be diving into everything because there is a lot to be talking about. I don't even know where to start. So let's start with the drama. Okay. Listen, right, at Binance, thanks for including me in the top 100 blockchain people list. Appreciate the signal. I must decline the Dubai invite, though. I do not wish to disrespect, but many of the award voters are avid Caspians who rooted for my CASPA status at least as much as for my research. Let them win or count me out. Crypto has turned from a euphoric cyberpunk project to a house-friendly casino. You may not be the culprit, but as a top player, you hold the lion's share of the responsibility to correct this. And the October crash, your USDE Oracle glitch helped trigger ads to what needs to be addressed, right? There are three classes of crypto, as OXMert put in recently: commercial crypto, casino crypto, and cyberpunk crypto. Binance should hold a privilege policy for the latter. A TBTX CEX should know better and play a different game with hardcore crypto projects. When Binance lists a green frog 3 weeks post its launch, but skips a fair launched Nakamoto consensus 100 ms upgrade all-time high top 20, the only non-Bitcoin marathon mine project, this is not merely Binance rationality or rational, oh my god, rationality calculating. It is also Binance molding the market in a way that is Alice misaligned with the roots of the movement. Okay, you may feel that Caspa's sovereign money thesis is boring, that Bitcoin is already money, and that implementing an internet speed Bitcoin is useless. Fine. Wrong, but fine. But what's the thesis for the green frog? Okay, that's the thing. They listed some meme coin, some green frog, which, yeah, that's what I'm saying. These Binance listings, guys, they only mean so much. Okay, they only mean so much. This crypto is just a clown show. I mean, the whole world's just a clown show. Let's be honest. The whole world is just a clown show. There's a lot of things that don't make sense logically when you look at the world and how it operates. I'm not going to get into that right now. But yeah, you see, money is a class chicken and egg product. It is a scam up until one moment before tipping point. Most of the value comes from the value that others place in it. Considering your resources and influence, I think it's safe to say that you can serve as both the egg and the chicken and make it worth your while to push sound attempts towards tipping point. CZ Binance tweeted recently that strong projects will be listed, but Binance is part of what defines strong. It bears responsibility for the market's compass and impulse and definition of strong. It is not a read only entity. Okay. Binance listing fees are legit. They are just unfit for category cyberpunk. Caspa devs and early developers fairly mined less than half what Satoshi and Hal's mined. We don't have a 20% ZEC style founders reward or protocol enforced dev fund. This is not a jab at ZEC and the wonderful Zuko, who was crashing in my car on a late Thursday back in the low ZECMC days. If somebody deserves to win, it is Zuko. But assuming Binance is not taking a maxi bet, it should revisit its relationship with hardcore crypto. We are here through bull and bear, ICOs, NFTs, XYZs, and we are the source of confidence that restores faith and capital inflow post meme induced or SEC or SEX induced crashes. Please fix this. Thanks again. Hashtag. We can see, right? Boom, boom. Okay, boom. A frog gets listed. We also have this, and we can see people are agreeing, right? Your move, Binance, can't ignore Caspa forever. Forever. I can't even speak today. I don't know what's happening. I can't speak. You either with the cyberpunk crypto movement or against it. And yeah, we can see this. People are kind of just protesting Binance in a way because a frog got listed. Um, right? Is that like the official Pepe? So yeah, at the end of the day, Caspa is much bigger than Pepe. It always will be. Even if in market cap Pepe has a little bit more short term, it doesn't really matter because Caspa is a real project. Pepe is just a joke of a coin. And then we can see why vPROGs make Binance irrelevant. Excellent post from Reddit. This is another reason why Caspa is the end game. Study CASP. Why vPROGs make Binance irrelevant. At this point in time in the Caspa community, I think a lot of Caspians need to understand something critical. vPROGs, short from Verified Program, are not just another technical upgrade, they are the architectural shift that will redefine Caspa's position in the entire crypto landscape. And this isn't speculation. Okay. Uh, Jonathan himself has already started developing it. Here's what this actually means. On Ethereum, every app builds its own small kingdom. Each one usually launches its own token, pools its own liquidity, and sometimes moves to a separate layer 2 chain. That fragments everything. Value gets divided across thousands of tokens, and ETH itself only captures a small portion of the total network worth. Caspa's vProcs flip that logic completely. Every application runs its own contained environment, but still sits directly on Caspa's layer one. There are no bridges, no rollups, no separate side chains. Every interaction, every transaction, every smart contract uses CAS as the fuel. This means all economic activity across every app directly strengthens one ununified economy, Caspa's. Now, layer that with what Caspa already has done. Near zero gas fees, instant transaction finality, easy migration for Ethereum apps. Developers can bring their projects over with minimal code changes. Now, take a second to imagine what Ethereum's market cap would be if you combined it with the cap of every single D app built on Ethereum. Uniswap, AAVE, OpenSea, Chainlink, all of them, right? That's what Caspa is moving toward, a structure where every application feeds into the same monetary base. We're talking tens, if not hundreds, of billions in market cap, even under conservative assumptions, because all ecosystem growth compounds into one asset, Caspa. Once you understand that, you realize why exchange listings don't matter. Binance doesn't define Caspa's value, the network itself does. And that's what I'm saying. If you're still here, I know we've been yapping for some time. This is something that's same with ZBEC. ZBEC has partnerships with literal banks, literal big institutions. Okay. Binance is much smaller than those. Okay. Something like ZBEC is doing some next level moves. Not every crypto in this market needs Binance listing. The exchange listings at that point are just kind of like a nice thing to have for your portfolio, right? They look good on the resume. But at the end of the day, they don't really matter too much. Okay. This helps usually more for something like meme coins, right? For the exposure, for the volume, and etc. But for real projects, even something like Ondo, from my understanding, wasn't listed on Binance. I wonder if things have changed because I don't really follow Ondo to the T too much, but I know for a fact they were not listed on two big exchanges for some time. Okay, they are listed now, but for a while they weren't. And the thing is, they didn't need to be, right? There's multiple projects that are huge that are not listed on Coinbase and Binance. Okay, and that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Okay, and that's just the truth. And the thing is, these projects are bigger than these institutions, than these exchanges. Something like Caspa is and will be, right? Whether you think it's not right now, the thing is, it will be. Okay, it will be. So yeah, So we can see every new app, every developer, every transaction on Caspa fuels the same economy and pushes the same coin. And because Yoni and the core team are already building this, it's not someday concept. It's actively happening. If they succeed, Caspa won't just complete or compete with other chains. It will absorb what made them valuable and unify it into a single exponential system. So amen to that. Let's actually repost that. Let's save that as well. So yeah, people, we could see lots of drama happening with Caspa and Binance. At the end of the day, we are going to be bigger than Binance. I think we're already bigger than Binance. It's just kind of inevitable, right? We're also going to be scaling with the BPS. We're also going to be scaling in terms of other aspects, and we're also going to be adding future stuff to Caspa as well. So I mean, at the end of the day, you got to do your own research, got to have your own analysis, your own bias. But to me, Binance is just like a little sprinkle on the cake, to be honest. Caspians, it's happening. Caspa's vPROGs upgrade brings layer one smart contracts, instant finality, minimal fees, and open doors for Ethereum devs. Share it, tag it, spread it. We can see, right? Boom, for the news, Caspa's vPROGs upgrade integrates layer one smart contracts with minimal fees, etc. that we just read right now. Let's actually repost this as well. We'll save this as well. And we can see for the final thing, more nodes, more public nodes are here. 697 public nodes, just 3 away from 700 and 303 away from the 1000. Caspa nodes are how we prove the decentralized strength of the network. Theory must be proven with numbers. Let's get to work. Caspian's decentralization is completely on us as a community to uphold. Set up your node in 3 steps. All right, so if you want to be doing that, I know, highly recommend it. And look, yeah, man, things are looking good for Caspa. Things are looking good. There were the Binance teases with Caspa a couple weeks ago, multiple times, and then yeah, things kind of just went sour. By the end of the day, it's true, right? How like this crypto space is a little bit of a joke. I understand. Listen, I understand. The game is the game, but to be honest, Binance are being a little bit cringe. But it is what it is. We're gonna outscale them. We're gonna be better than them. And at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, um, Caspa is going to be bigger than Binance ever will be, in my personal opinion. We will talk about some of the basics. We're ranked 58 out of 9,287 active cryptos over the last month. Over the last month, we are down a little bit less than 10%. Over the last week, we're up 10.5%. And over the last day, we're up 1.15%. Look, we already have good, decent volume for nothing too crazy. $56 million. We're 1.4 billion market cap. We don't have Coinbase. We don't have Binance. We don't need them, right? At the end of the day, we don't need them. But that is ultimately it, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.